Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Evader videos. This video here is for Evader 138 version 138, and it is a bit of an emergency update that I kind of had to stop what I was doing, fix some things, and send it out there. So some things are temporarily disabled, such as spending gems and alien energy metal stuff that very few players have access to at this time, but those of you that have, you can still earn it, you just cannot spend it. So let us dig into what I have been doing start wise here in preparation for 138. Of course, I went black screen hunting because that is like the most annoying thing in the game so far, at least for me, and I've been doing this based on your reports, trying to replicate as much as I could of what you have been experiencing in different parts of the game. A lot of this was related to the spaceships. When you selected them, you hit continue, you exited, somehow the game just kind of really bugged like we have here. So yeah, I was able to replicate this one and found it, tried to isolate what is causing this bug kind of weird annoying thing, and like go through the code and the debugging and see if I could fix this. And this is a step-by-step process because it was actually worse than I thought, but I managed to remove the black screen. But then you kind of got into the high score instead. The menu somehow got enabled too soon, so as you can see, it was a bit of a fiddle work that so I removed one bug and another one just came up, which was cool because it really allowed me to fix more than one bug at the same time. So yeah, good times, makes the game a lot better. Still like accessing the menu parts when you're not supposed to. So I went in and looked at a huge amount of the coding related to both the menu, the spaceships, the profile, and finally I managed to fix it. Another one you guys have reported was when you wanted to change your username, and boom, no menu. And that is of course also a bug. The menu disappears if you cancel the profile account name change, and then somehow things are still available. So yeah, that should also be sorted now. At least I have fixed the error that I could find, and I've been unable to replicate it after that. Tried on my Android device, on my simulators, and of course on the iPhone and an iPad. But if you guys are experiencing these problems still, please let me know. And yes, metals are kind of bugged, and that's one of the things I didn't get to fix. You're not getting the bronze medals you should, and you're not getting overkill medals, and that is something I wanted to have included in this update, but because actually a player out there is sitting, and each time he tries to play the game, it asks him to restart. And in doing so, adding a new player account without being able to access the old one. So a lot of bugs related to that. Nothing really, I don't want to say it's not my fault, but the identifier the device is sending is just really mixing with my system. So I've gone in and I have made a completely new login feature, a password feature for you guys, so you can play on multiple devices and stuff like that. And that is really the reason why I wanted to a bit of like express launch this, because I really, the most important thing about a game is being able to play and not lose your progression. Another thing that I kind of found in this black hole farming looking area is that once you did different things in the game, be it the profile, you were suddenly unable to attack with your spaceship. You were unable to move around. You were unable to tap in the harvesting area. Again, this was something related to things that was loading on top of each other. Here I went into the tapping area, but I could not tap, and of course that is a massive bug. Many of these things would normalize if you closed the app and opened it up again, but seriously, who wants to do that? So yeah, of course, every time you find something, it makes me super happy that you tell me how much I suck by making all these errors so that I can correct them, and that we can have a better game going. That is like what I really want to do, and of course get rid of all these bugs, away with them, so we can have something really cool, really functional, and we can start focusing on what do we want to see more of in the game. Of course, there are so many things that you guys are yet to see in the game. Some of you guys have now access to energy and ore and gems. Some of you guys have found a few of the secrets. Some of them are really hard to find because they're related to metals, and I kind of blew how those are stored, but yeah, some really cool stuff. A lot of you guys are like this close to reaching new tiers in the game where new things yeah, where new things are gonna be happening, and that is really awesome. So got the tapping fixed in relation to the profile and the overlay. So yeah, that was really cool, fun, and amazing. It's nice to be able to check some of these errors away from the system. Of course, I'm testing them multiple times. So they just wanted to go through all the coding in the background and stuff like that, just because I actually intended to take the weekend off, but how can I do that when I'm super passionate about this game and you guys are really putting so much time and effort into helping make this amazing, finding errors, and then yeah, I kind of just wanted to give it my best as well. So yeah, this here is pretty much first part of of this update. This is like what I did before things started to really ramble in terms of your bug reports. So now we're going to be looking into my replay, and yeah, coming up now. Alright guys, so 138 continuing here, and the part that's going to be coming now is, big surprise, a bit of a replay with a blank account, but this time around I'm going to be demonstrating the new feature. If you install the app for the first time, you want to play on a new device, if somehow things get buggy, you should now be able to log in or sign up as a new player. If you sign up as a new player, that's what I'm doing now. Things should be the way you know them. You enter in the username, you get the entire tutorial, all that stuff. It's a blank account, and the reason why I'm playing it through here, this is once again with the Danish language selected because it defaults to that because I have Danish on my iPhone. But yeah, I don't think that part is super important. Regardless, you can select new player on any device, and then you make a new account. You can also select the login option. The important thing to note is that this game is device based, so you cannot actually log out. So if you're playing and you want to be playing on your friend's device, it's going to remember that you're playing on that device. So if you want to be playing on your device again, you need to log in there, then it will like forget about the other device. But the game is only paired with a single device at a time, which means you cannot be playing on two devices with one account. Just so you know, you really need to remember your passwords and stuff like that once you set it up if you want to be having that type of security. I decided on purpose not to add in any type of enter your email options because I don't want to have like too much personal information from you guys. I want to give you access to log in with your username and a password. I may make some kind of feature where you can enable pairing with your Google Plus account or Facebook or something like that, so you can retrieve your information that way, but I prefer not to have too much personal information because I don't really need it, and then I don't see any reason why I should be storing it, because it's a personal kind of data thing and I don't want to be messing around with that stuff. So playing the tutorial, almost done with it here. We are about to attack, and some of you guys have discovered new things here, some of you are very close. Also, I fixed a small bug in the actual attack scene, which means that once you have 138, it should be more interesting for you to take out the non-player based asteroids. There are still some things in there that I didn't get to enable while I was fiddling around in 138, but the entire idea is that the environment should be interesting for you to take out, and as such you may and may not get rewarded for doing so, but I really tried not to hit any of the small asteroids this time around, so it wouldn't be ruining anything for you guys in terms of discovery and stuff like that. But there are gonna be more things in the environment as the bases increase in size, and depending on your spaceships and stuff like that. For now, give it a go and perhaps you'll see something new, perhaps you won't. Yeah, Very interesting. So, new stuff. Yeah, new stuff. I mentioned that. Sorry, the medals are off. It's on my main priority list for 139. But for now, I just want to go in and check out, set it to English here, because just in case you want to see more than a picture of where the password feature is, let's go into the profile area and just checking, yeah, buying the new spaceship, just making sure all of these things are working with all the things I have been changing, see if we can fly around, and that's it. Now I'm gonna go into the profile and change the password, and then we're gonna be checking out also using it to log in, so things look the way they should here, which is good. And I was really planning for the next video to go in and really see if I could smash some of your bases, but that is going to have to wait, because I really feel this update is super important because it gives you the login option. I am of course making backups of the server with all the data, but I can't really just give everyone access to any account, because they say, hey, my username is Faust, and perhaps you're not Faust. Then I don't really have anything that allow me to say, oh, that's you, okay, then here you are, you gain access. So now you have the password option, and you should be set up pretty nicely in terms of restoring your account if you need to do so. Try to fiddle around with it. It should work with normal alphanumeric characters. Don't put in too many strange stuff, please, but because I haven't tested that if you have like super interesting symbols. Because I'm recording device here, you cannot see the input fields, but you have two input fields for the password. You need to enter the same password twice. It must be 4 characters or longer, maximum 8 characters. If not, it's going to give you an error message. And once you've been in there and you've set it up, you should be good to go. So that was pretty much me playing through the tutorial, testing out things, setting up a password, and I'm just going to be doing a quickie where I do the login and test that everything is working. So last thing really in this weekend video with a bit of an emergency update is to check if the login is also working. Now that I'm recording it, because of course it worked while I was testing it out, but it's nice to do things while recording sometimes because things can go crazy when I'm not expecting it. New player or login, I select the login option, and what you cannot see here is that we have the options that allow you to log in, but they are removed. You just have the 2 input fields. I haven't made this fancy. And the reason why I haven't made it fancy is because I have a player out there right now that really needs this functionality, and the most important part for me is to have this working. So it's a username, it's a password field, you hit the login button and you go in. Of course I'm gonna make it nice and amazing, and that is another thing coming in 139. So guys, that was pretty much what I had this time around. Have a great, amazing and fantastic weekend, and as always, thank you very much for watching.